Okay, now I'm going to tell you something about the apex of the frog. You see the coronary band right here. If you were to go straight down, you'd probably run into the apex of the frog. We'll see. So if I come straight down here, right to, well, let's see, right to here, then I turn the foot over, the apex of my frog should be right about there. Let's see how close I am. Why is that? Because from there down straight is where a certain, where the coffin bone is that attaches to the apex of the frog. Now, I want you to see, here's my line. How about that? Woohoo! Right there. So that is the true apex of the frog on this horse. Now, from there forward, on 1/3 of the foot, okay, if we went from here to here and divided this in half, that's 1/3, 2/3, right here, that's where the breakover should be. Okay? Yeah, well, why do you have to do that? Okay, now you see all that toe sticking out in front of there? That is the part that causes the leverage that pulls the toe forward. Okay, so here's where your breakover, where the foot breaks over, right here. Okay, so we don't want anything here to really have much leverage on the ground. Okay, well, so I'm gonna put my camera back together, put it on the tripod, and then I'll show you how we want to take that down so the horse still has support, but there's no leverage on the toe pulling it forward. You know, for all intents and purposes, as much green grass as this mare is on, she should be suffering from laminitis. She was sent to the Amish for a while, who put her on an extreme horse makeover, and she came back real light, as well as with Road Founder, as did Prince when he was sent there. But she lost this thing in her neck, but you can see her neck, you know, that's real. The name is escaping me for what that is. But anyway, you know what I mean, how laminated horses, they get crested, big old crested neck, you know, fat deposits everywhere. Look at that, she's got a tremendous amount of cellulite back here. Okay, but because she's had good foot care and the toes are not overtly long, the lamina is held together and her foot is held together. So that's a good thing. Okay, so I trimmed that other foot just down enough so she could stand better, and I showed you in the last bit of video how she stood better for me. You know, so if you're having problems with the horse always wanting to jerk its foot away, sometimes that's it. Other times they're just spoiled. Okay, give me the foot. Come on, up, 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 up. Oh, come on, put your other foot down. Quit. Okay, so we're gonna look, remember I put the lines here showing. Now remember, over here, I divided the foot in half to the 1/3. Look, it's right where my line is. Here's my line. Now, here's my line. 2/3, where the tip of the frog is. 1/3, right here to where your breakover needs to be. And remember, I also put a line here showing where the breakover should be, which is right there. So, now I need to find my gloves and hope this wonderful horse don't knock my camera over. Okay, now the thing is, just trying to figure out, and I can't say I'm always doing it the same every time, because I'm trying to figure out how to bring that breakover back, but not weaken the toe, and things like that. So sometimes I like to kind of bevel from the bottom and then do a little beveling from the top. But I don't want to weaken the wall so much around the base of the hoof where the wall connects to the sole and grows down that it just wants to splatter out either. So that little bit where that wall grows down and meets up with that sole, that little bit like that of the white line, you know, we want to keep some strength there while at the same time relieving the wall. You know, so I haven't figured out the bestest way for that yet, but I'm hoping to. Now, so on my foot here so far, give it here. Okay, I've got it leveled down, and I've got to decide what to do with my breakover, how I'm going to handle that right here. Okay, so I know that I don't want these pillars way long, but I still want to keep some of the wall down here at the base of the sole to contain the sole in. So I am thinking, now I do want to finish my rocker on the toe and mark, okay, don't get funky and knock my camera over. She's got a fly bothering her. And I sprayed her with fly spray. So I'm gonna look over here to see where I saw my breakover line, which is right here. Which is, look there, real close to what I did on the bottom of the sole. Okay, so everything in front of that has to have ground relief. Okay? So, what I'm gonna do, quit it. Now she's just wanting to pull her foot away because there's a fly bothering her. Not because her foot's sore. So I'm gonna take this, move my braid so we can see, and I just want this off the ground, all the way over and across. All the way to the line. Where that is just gonna roll over right there. Okay, let's put our foot down, because I'm getting tired. So when the foot is standing on the ground, there's no direct pressure pushing up on it. And then I'm gonna finish it. Now, you see there, here's another thing. Pay attention to these rings. I had come around here before and marked a ring right there, and look how when I did my breakover, that brought it almost up to that ring. But, and like I said, I don't know if this is the best way or whatever. I'm still working on some of this stuff. But I want to finish that from the top. And I probably want to shorten this area here. You want to get these pillars real even here so that they're not sticking out here like this and creating a lever that's going to cork your whole hoof capsule sideways. Okay, so now I'm going to put her foot up here, and I think I'm going to just rim it from the top with a little bit of a bevel to make everything even. Let's see. Yeah, alright. Okay. Get up here. Giddy up here. Okay. Missy, give me your foot. Let's stick that baby up there. Okay, see, I got it there. Now, I'm going to put a slight bevel all the way around, even in the quarters. And I'm going to take that part down to my line that I drew around the foot. You want it round, not square. Sometimes I'll take off a little higher, just right here in the pillar. just right there like that. But not clear up into here because I don't want it flaring or spreading out. But I will go a little higher right here because I don't want it growing down and creating a lever. Okay, then I'm gonna just come under it like so. I don't really want it to be square. If I can just round it off, I'm going to. But I'm not super thinning it out. And I want it round. And I want it to follow, if possible, this right here. Sometimes I'll kind of do just a little more on the toe right there, but not much. Okay, there. Now I'll set it down on the ground and look at it and see what I think. And then I'll just keep doing a little bit more and a little bit more to try to make it look perfect till I don't have any foot left and the horse can't walk. Not that I've ever done anything like that. Okay, so right about here I tell myself, you are not rasping, carving, cutting a Mustang foot here. You are just trimming the horse and trying to perpetuate the growth to stay and maintain itself since she already has a pretty good foot. She does have a few little issues. Toes stretched out a little bit, more than I should be. But technically she's got a pretty good foot. Okay, so now we're gonna take this off. We're gonna come down and look and see how the breakover is. Again, I don't want any leverage on the toe wall. Of course, she's in the grass, so we can't hardly see. So I'm gonna move her over. Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on, step, nope, come here. Step over. There you go. Of course, she's on a hill. So, okay, now if you notice that toe, there's no weight on it from here to here. Now, my breakover was right, line was right about there. I might need to come up under here and take a little bit more off this pillar area to facilitate that. But that is basically where I'm going to stop. Now, sometimes if I know I'm not going to be back for a long time, I will make quite a bit stronger right here. But if I'm going to be back soon, or if I'm doing my own horse, I'll pretty much leave it like that. But you see now here how the strong horn tubules, there's a bevel right here. Now there is still wall and sole kind of together touching the ground. But this is all rounded off and the breakover's back to about here. I can look under here. I can look under here and see that there's no leverage on this toe pushing it down. And so that is pretty much the trim I do. Now, we'll turn this off and then come back. Okay, now I want to discuss something else. Quick. I know you're not. Your foot ain't sore. You're standing on it good. You don't want to set her back foot down now. Okay. Everybody that's trimmed much will have noticed something. That, okay, here's where your bars end. Right here. Now, I'm going to clean up this bar just a little bit, but not take a lot of it off. So I don't want it growing out and laying over the sole in the seed of the corn. Okay. Now if you've ever noticed, come on, you can set that back foot down. Is it a fly eating you? Okay, if you've ever noticed, at the end of the bar here, there's a lump right here. Okay, you'll have people telling you you should slice that off, and hey, I've kind of gone back and forth on that. And so we got into a big discussion on it on the hoof group I'm on. The Happy Hoof group at Yahoo Hoof Groups. And I got to studying the coffin bone and all the feet I have more closely. And come to find out, there is a lump in the bone right there. It begins here and ends here. Okay, so that lump in the bone is right when you measure on a cadaver foot is right here at the end of the bar. And actually, it's highest here, and then it's even spreads out more to about like that. But it's so subtle, you can't hardly see it. Okay, so there's a lump here and here. Now, those can be lightly exfoliated, but you don't want to go cutting them off because they're in the bone. And what they do is they, okay, see, it's the back foot she's having problems with now. She don't want to put it down because it's long too. She wants to rest it. Think I'm full of crap? Look there. She just wanted to put that foot down so she could bring one of them up. Now the walls are long, and so if I was to go around and trim both of those, then she'd let me hold that foot just no problem. She's still doing better than she was at first because I trimmed that one down over there. So, see there? Oh, I gotta rest my foot. Okay, well, whatever. And you put up with a little bit of pain for now, so I could do this video, but no, you want to be difficult. Okay, let's see. Okay, give me this foot. Okay, and you'll always find that the sole is very different and very compressed here. I'm going to go ahead and just exfoliate it, because once you get under it just a little bit, it starts getting pretty hard. Well, I do believe that that is supposed to be there. Now you can exfoliate it and clean it up a bit, but I do not believe anymore that you should be thinning that out or trying to get rid of it. And I also don't believe that you should super thin out anything right there where the bar is, because the bar actually grows into and smooches into that. That's where the bar connects. And you know, on the dissection I did, one of the dissection videos, the horse I did, which I had trimmed before, it just so happened, see, this is why you got to know the anatomy and what's there, because when you don't, then you might do this, you might do that, but because you don't know the anatomy, you're not making the right decisions. So whenever it came to that lump or that bump there, I was torn between leaving it and taking it off. So I kind of did a combination of both, just depending on whenever. Well, I know that on the time when I trimmed that horse before, that I really took that bar down right there and that lump. As a result, it weakened where the bar connects right there. Give me your foot. Okay, it weakened where the bar connects right here. And so the heel got long, and this bar just pushed up into the foot like that. Okay? Now, all this connection and these tissues in here are meant to hold the end of this bar right here in place so that your bar goes all the way down to right here. If it gets thinned out and disconnected and the heels get long, okay, then pushing on the heel will push this bar up into the foot. I've seen pictures of horses with bars where the bar ended right there. Well, where the bar ended right here, and you couldn't find the rest of the end of the bar. That's because it was pushed up into the foot. Pushed up into the foot like that. Okay. Okay, now what these lumps on the coffin bone do is they make it easy for the sole to grow in, and fill up the underside of the coffin bone right here so that it's protected. See, there really is concavity right here, but the foot, it should fill in with sole right under here so that it protects the underside of the coffin bone. You see there? Now, our coffin bone should be 3 should be 3/4 to 1 inch ahead right here, an end right here. So under here would be all concave if it wasn't filled up with soil, and I suggest you let it build up and fill up there. Okay, well, we're done with this video for today. And I'll do another horse tomorrow and post it. All right.